Hi there, Libra. Welcome to your March 2024 love reading. It's Rena here. Haven't done one of these bad boys in a long time. I don't know how long. Um, wow, two major arcana cards. Well, I'm not surprised because there's going to be a lunar eclipse in your sign in March on March 25th, and it will be at 5 degrees of Libra. And that means that Aries is opposing in that seventh house of committed partnership. And so it's whenever there are those issues, it's really about the self and the other. And Libra people, in especially because you rule that seventh house in astrology, you tend to get lost in relationships because the other can sometimes become too important to you, and that you forget that you are an individual as well. And so something can happen during this lunar eclipse where you see how you have been giving away your power in relationships. And it kind of, I see it as washing over you, this realization, and you're able to let go of some of those tendencies. The heart of the matter, which can be either something that you are working on, you realize you need to do this, or this has been a focus in your life for good or otherwise, is the Magician card. This is the card that I associate with law of attraction. See that sideways 8, which is the infinity symbol above his head, above the crown chakra. And we are in an 8 universal year. Um, and this is a which, 8 in astrology. I mean, not forget about numerology, but in astrology, the eighth house is Scorpio's domain, and eight has and Pluto. I don't know if it's connected to Pluto, but it the whole idea is that we become powerful. So we realize that we create our reality, or we co-create our reality. The Magician card is about that. And that includes love. I have a book, an ebook on my website called Manifest Your Soulmate, where I discuss this idea. Because a lot of people that really haven't delved too deeply into manifestation, it almost feels like it's like waving a magic wand. And it's not, it's kind of a mindset thing and an energetic thing where you have to have the right attitude to even go into that space of creating the relationship that is best for you. So the Magician may have been helping you to see how you do this. We don't control other people, so it's not saying that you are responsible if somebody else is behaving badly, but we are part of that tango. It takes two to tango. So we can't exclude ourselves completely. Even if the other person is, behaving like a total asshat, it doesn't mean that we are not contributing to that situation simply by our reaction to it. And when we change, we alter that relationship automatically. And if you're single, it really doesn't matter because it's the same principle. It's the same principle of like, why have I, a Libra person may be 30 years old and saying, why am I not married? All my girlfriends, I've been their bridesmaids for the last 2 years. I'm up to here in these weddings. I'm up to here in these bridal gown, or these what do you call them? Maid of honor. No, the thing. I can't, being part of the wedding party. I can't think of the name. Um, Bridesmaids. Why didn't I paused it and I'm thinking I think I already said that. But anyway, um and it could be because you're not seeing the patterns that you are a part of. And it could start from the type of person that you even allow um more access to you, beyond just like, meeting somebody in public and then, deciding whether or not you want to see them again. In the past position, we have the world card. So definitely, I feel like even with that Libra eclipse, even though we're talking about past, present, future here with these placements, it's really, you could say time is an illusion, and it could mean that something happens. That might be a timing card with the lunar eclipse in Libra, where you realize exactly what is happening, um, or what has occurred in your love life up until now. And you might even be in a current relationship and you can see it for what it really is. And that can work both ways, because sometimes people have unreasonable expectations about relationships. You can't expect a relationship to be the end all be all in your life and totally fulfill you, never have any kind of conflicts or anything. That's not realistic either. Some people, they tolerate nonsense, but some people are so intolerant that you wonder, like, where their head is at. Like, do they even live in the real world? And I feel like a lot of times those people that are very picky and intolerant, they don't really want a relationship. They're terrified of intimacy. And by the way, for Libra, if you have your Venus in Virgo, which you might very well have, you can make this mistake because you might be too critical. Maybe you don't tell them, but you're thinking to yourself, um, and like even critical of how they look, and oh no, that's not my type. Oh, I don't like the way that they dress, something superficial, and not realizing that you're really passing over somebody who is a very good person. The outcome card is the Two of Cups. This can be a card of reuniting with someone. We are having a Mercury retrograde for the first 25 days of April, and that's going to be in that opposite house. So it could be an ex-spouse, just an ex whatever, but definitely along those lines. And you might have to contend with that. If you thought it was over, it might not be over. But let's say for single people, this can be a card of commitment. And I don't get a feel. By the way, the Magician card could be an Aries person, but it could also be a timing card. But I don't get a feeling from the spread of a specific relationship unless it's kind of a what do you call it? Like a reuniting with someone. This is also a card of committing to someone. So if you have been if you got married to the wrong person, or maybe you married on the rebound, this might be going back to the person that you really loved all along, who now is free and told you, I'm free. This is also a card of forgiveness. Maybe there's someone you need to forgive for doing whatever, and it's holding you back, that you feel this sense of non-forgiveness. I'm talking to those Sun and Libra people that have Venus and Scorpio, because that may be the story of your life, that you have these relationships, you get betrayed, and then you feel resentful or feel like it's unfair that that person hasn't had to experience any kind of karmic blowback for what they did to me. And that's really when you forgive someone, you're not really interested in any kind of vengeful attitudes anymore. You're at peace with everything that's happened. Maybe you even realize, if this is a relationship that is no more, that you dodged a bullet, that it's at, especially if the other person broke up the relationship, that you're so happy that you did not have to be the bad guy, because you might realize that, oh wow, it turns out that being with that person isn't where it's at. And I didn't know any better. I thought that was the best I could do. So, yeah. Anyway, Libra, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. And if you'd like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.